Mr. Jackie Mason from his hotel in Chicago. Thanks for getting up early and joining us this morning.
Well, you didn't wake anybody else up with your show, but you did wake me up.
Jackie, how do you go from being a rabbi to one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time?
Well, you're insulting me. What do you mean one of the greatest? Everybody knows I am the greatest. but I'll take a chance being insulted at this hour because I'm not listening. The truth of the matter is, being a rabbi is not that much different than being a comedian. You have to be funny to be a successful rabbi. You have to be able to entertain people because throughout the religious experience, people need a lighthearted moment here and there. So a rabbi always has funny stories to tell, just like you watch the preachers on television telling funny stories during their sermons, something humorous, something entertaining to lighten the burden of the message. And people get a kick out of hearing those things.
Now, Jackie, I saw you back in July in New York, and you had me rolling in the aisles. Very, very funny stuff. Now,
why you didn't have a seat? Why were you rolling in the aisles? There was no chairs.
In New York, you have a room full of Jewish people you're talking to. Now you're coming to Worcester, Massachusetts, and you and I are going to be the only two Jewish people in the room. How are you going to react?
You want me to tell you the truth? If you keep it quiet, how are they going to know? I won't tell them. They'll never figure it out. They never heard anybody talk like this. They won't know what I am. Isn't this ironic that the biggest hit of my career was just at the London Palladium? While everybody tells me I'm too Jewish for the Jews in Brooklyn, I've been a huge hit in London for 15, 20 years now. The Queen of England comes to see me. I'm not too Jewish for her. I'm not too Jewish for the earls and the lords, and they all come by the dozens to all of my shows. Then I get off the stage and I meet a Jewish elderly lady, and she says to me, "You're a little too Jewish for my taste."
Now, all of those shows that you just talked about, the Broadways, the Vegas, the Londons, the Queen, these are all just warm-up gigs for the show at Mechanics Hall in Worcester, are they not?
Oh, now you're talking. We got a plug-in pretty good. That you did a perfect job that time. So it looks like we're working together on this problem. I'm very happy to hear that I'm playing there because I'm very excited about Worcester. All over the world, that's all they're talking about is how to get to Worcester. How a Jew winds up there, I'll never figure out, but I'm taking chances.
Jackie, who makes you laugh? Who makes Jackie Mason laugh?
Well, Georgie Collin is a brilliant comedian. Jerry Seinfeld does very clever work. Bill Cosby, I think, is unbelievably brilliant. He's actually a genius. Every time you watch Bill Cosby, you hear another show, just as you do with George Carlin. There's some very bright minds in show business. I thought I was the only one, but I'm sad to tell you that these guys are not bad either. They're not that good, but I wouldn't say there's anything to get excited about compared to me, but they're still working in the business, and they still have the nerve to try to make a living.
Your show is called Politically Incorrect. You love to talk about politics. Who's going to win the big election come November?
The polls keep changing every year. One day they think, right now, and within a week and a half, Bush was ahead and Bush was behind, and Bush forgot why he went into the war. First there was weapons of mass destruction. Now he doesn't remember what the reason was. All he knows is that we're definitely going ahead. And Kerry keeps reminding himself, which side am I on this issue? I don't remember. Maybe I'll change my mind again. I'll watch the poll. I'll figure it out. The truth of the matter really is that they both don't know what they're doing. The only thing you can predict for sure is that Jackie Mason is a hit no matter what. So they're not worried about my career. Why should I worry about them?
Jackie Mason, we'll see you Friday at 8 o'clock. I'm going to come backstage and say hi.
Well, I noticed that nobody invited you, but you don't seem to care. You show up anyway. But I'll be delighted to see you. Thank you for the plugs. And you turned out to be a decent person. I don't listen to what anybody says.
Jackie Mason, thanks a lot. We'll see you in Worcester.
God bless you.